All right, so today, my friends, will do kind of a combination of core strengthening to support the low back, do some hip strengthening. So this class is kind of trying to get into the little muscles that we don't often use. In vinyasa and flow classes, we rely a lot on our bigger muscle groups. So with hatha, we can really kind of refine and get into those smaller muscle groups that can actually use our strengthening to help stability in our joints, to help support that. And then some chest openers, that sounds really good, and side body lengthening. All that goes really well together when we think about the core as support of the low back. We can also think about opening our side body and having length there at the side body. The core is not just the front, the belly, like we think. It's also all the way around the sides. It's the inner leg line. There's so much to kind of drawing everything back to center, but still having length and spaciousness. So yeah, let's start on our backs today. If you are following me on Spotify and you want to have the playlist, it is the Seattle Prep playlist today. We'll cue that up and might as well just push play right now. So we'll go push play in 3, 2, 1, push play. And then lay down on your backs. We'll do a few little circles with our knees, drawing them into their chest, one direction, and then the other. We'll just notice where our breath is, and maybe where it isn't, where it might feel kind of stuck or stagnant, and let all that be okay. And we'll put our feet down and we'll windshield wiper the legs, feeling into the low back here, the hips perhaps. We're going to start with really subtle core. Sometimes, again, I think the subtle things are even more potent than the big fancy movements. So bend your knees, feet are flat. Simply draw your ribs in, and notice how when you focus on drawing the front of the ribs in, the top of the low back comes to the mat, yeah? And then relax it. Now, likely your low back comes away from the floor, yes? And then on the exhale, draw the front of these ribs in and notice how the low back might come toward the floor, and then release, okay? So we'll just do that a few times on the exhale. Think about drawing the belly in, but think about it from ribs in, like these bottom ribs in, and then relax. We'll do that 3 more times. Notice the movement of the pelvis as you draw the ribs in. So we're not tucking our tail under, we're simply drawing the ribs in, but it does coax the tail to tilt, right? That pelvic tilt a little bit. So almost like imagine doing a mini cow and a mini cat on your back. Yeah. Now for these next 3, we're going to keep doing the exact same thing, but we're going to imagine more of a corset. So the side body, the side core comes hugging in as well. I can barely talk. And then relax. And so it's a hugging in from the side muscles all the way into center. You might even feel it down in the low belly. Yeah, and then relax. Do you feel the difference? Okay. So again, we're working with subtle. You can kind of not do a whole lot here, or you can really draw it in and feel a lot. Okay, so we're going to keep doing the same movement, like corseting in on the exhale, letting it release on the inhale, corseting in on the exhale, but we're going to move our hands. So the hands start palm down. We're going to corset in, hold, reach the arms all the way up overhead, keep holding, and then relax. Take a deep breath in, course it in, bring the arms all the way back down by your hips, and then relax. Course it in, arms up and overhead, relax. Course it in, arms come back down by your sides. Yeah. One more time. Then we're going to add our hips. So we'll inhale here, not moving. Our hands are down by our sides. Exhale, course it in, and then lift the hips, arms go up overhead. Okay, all on the exhale. And then stay for an inhale with your hips up, your arms up overhead. And course it in, roll down, exhale. So I know personally, I feel it much more on the roll down. Yeah, the belly can kind of go up and under the ribs, but we'll inhale once we're down. Exhale, corset, lift. Stay for an inhale with your hips up, arms up overhead. Exhale, corset in and come down. Great, let's do one more. Inhale while you're down. Exhale, corset, lift. Stay for an inhale at the top. Exhale, corset, come down. Great, and then we're gonna bring our knees up. Knees together. You can have your hands behind your head, but we will keep our head on the floor, or you could have your arms in a T shape or cactus. Inhale here, corset the belly, tap the toes to the floor. Lift, inhale, corset, knees go to the right, towards you, away from you. Inhale, center. Corset, tap the toes to the floor. Inhale, center. Corset, knees go left, towards you, away from you. Inhale, center. Corset, tap the toes to the floor. Inhale, center. Knees go right, towards you, away from you. Center. Corset into the floor. Inhale, center. Knees go to the left, towards you, away from you. And then inhale back to center, release the feet down to the floor. And then lift your right leg to the sky. Start with really small circles. And then medium circles. Large circles. Large circles the other direction. Medium. Small. And then half happy baby. Reach your left arm up overhead and your left leg long. Inhale, reach. Keep holding onto your right leg, but curl up, lift your left leg up and try to touch your toes. Inhale, lengthen the leg and the arm and the head down. Exhale, curl up, touch the toes. Inhale, lengthen. Curl up, touch the toes. One more. Curl up, touch the toes. Release. And have your left leg come up, right knee can be bent, foot flat. We'll start with small circles with the left. Medium. Large. Large the other direction. Medium. And small. And then half happy baby on this side. And we'll stretch our right leg long. Right arm up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Curl up, touch your toes. Lengthen. Curl up, touch your toes. Lengthen. Curl up, touch your toes. One more. And release. We're going to straighten our legs like Shavasana corpse pose. We're going to start by squeezing the right side of the glutes, then the left. Let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go right, let go left. Now, squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. One more, squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Now bring the soles of your feet together. Let the knees open. And again, squeeze right, probably a little more challenging. Squeeze left, let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go right, let go left. One more, squeeze right, squeeze left, let go right, let go left. Now, squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right. Let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right. Let go left, let go right. Last one, squeeze left, squeeze right. Let go left, let go right. And then we'll come on to our right side. And have our soles of the feet together and left knee is lifted. So kind of like they call this clamshells. And then we'll slowly close the left knee to the right. Slowly open. Slowly close. Slowly open. Slowly close. Slowly open and slowly close. 4 more. Great. And then we're going to take this top knee, bend the knee, and straighten the right leg. Place this left foot in front of the right leg. Right leg can be at an angle, that's fine. You might flex that right foot. You might place your left hand on your left thigh. Lift and lower the right leg, the straight leg. Yep. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. This time lift and do circles. And then circles the other direction. Great. And then we're going to bend both knees, stack your knees, and then open your knees like you're standing at hip distance. Point your left toes. Toes go up, toes go down. Toe goes up, toe goes down. Toe goes up, toes go down. Toes go up, toes go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto your back and left ankle, right knee, thread the needle. And just breathe right into that left hip. And then we'll come onto our left side and bring the soles of our feet together, lift our feet. Slowly close the knees. Slowly open. Slowly close. Slowly open. Slowly close. Slowly open. Slowly close. Slowly open. And 4 more. Great. And then take this bent right knee and place the foot in front of a straight left leg, and the leg can be out at an angle, that's okay. We'll flex that left foot and lift and lower the left leg. Nice and slow. Next time we lift, that leg will do circles. And then the other direction. And then bend both knees, stack your knees, open them like you're standing at hip distance, point the right toes, toes go up, toes go down, toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Onto our back, right ankle, left knee, thread the needle. And all those sweet little muscles that strengthen and support our hip joints that do so much for us, my goodness. 5 more breaths here. And then bring the soles of your feet together, knees open. We're gonna lift halfway up, all the way together. Lower halfway down, all the way down. Halfway up, all the way up. Halfway down, all the way down. So we're gonna continue like this. But the next thing we're gonna focus on, once we've got this pattern, is draw your belly in. Draw the front of those ribs in. Find the corset and see how much that changes things. For me, it's very dramatic. Might be less dramatic for you, but just notice what you feel. We can still breathe, but the breath is more shallow if we're corseted up. The breath is more in the throat, maybe the upper chest, not coming down into the belly. Belly is held tight. So for me, what feels so dramatic is I suddenly don't feel my inner thighs at all. And I feel like the muscles that are controlling this are my obliques, the low abdominals, below the belly button, almost like they're drawing the front of my hip bones toward center. Do you feel it? Let's do about 10 more. Four more. Next time knees are open, relax everything. Let your knees fall open. Relax your belly. Your low back will likely be off the floor. Now, what if we thought about our core that started at the pelvic floor and you engage the pelvic floor muscles like a Kegel exercise, right? So that's called Mula Bandha in yoga, root block. Start engaging there and then think about your low belly muscles engaging like you're going to draw the front of your hip bones toward each other And then think about your belly button coming down and the top of the ribs coming down, and then everything corseting into center. Strong, yeah? And then relax it all. And then we're going to come to a seat. So the exploration with core today was, my hope is that you feel how powerful some subtle things are that we can do all the time instead of just crunches. So you can walk around and engage your core like that. You could swim and engage your core like that. Like it's available to us all the time. We could lay in bed, engage the core like that. We could watch TV, engage the core like that. Yeah. And why? Not so we can have flat stomachs or we can feel shame about our bellies, but so that we can have low back health, so we can have joint stability, so we can have freedom of movement. So let's inhale, reach our arms up. Exhale, we'll lean to the left, and this right arm is really going to reach like at an angle, very active. You might spin your thumb up so that the shoulder goes down. Ground down through the right hip and even the right knee if possible. 2 more breaths. And we'll slowly come back up. Ooh. And just notice what you feel, maybe even through the right arm. Yeah, take a pause, a couple breaths there. What's the right side of the neck or the shoulder feel? And arms reach up, inhale. Lean down to the right, really spin the left thumb up and reach actively through that left arm. And breathe, slow and steady. Try to ground even the left knee down. It might not touch the floor, but it's moving that direction. And slowly come back up and just notice, do you feel any blood flow? What do you feel in the left side body? Take that pause. What does the left arm and shoulder feel like? Now that's a pretty big lengthener. We're going to try to keep some of the same length as we twist. Arms reach up. Twist to the left. So your right hand might touch your left thigh. Your left hand might be on the cushion you're sitting on or on the floor. And we'll really try to lengthen out. So grow an inch taller on the inhale and then just draw the belly in on the exhale. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And twist to the right. Try to emulate that same length. And then it's just drawing the belly in to twist. You might look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. With your legs still crossed, we'll go forward to palms first and sway a little bit side to side. So feeling into perhaps the hips, perhaps the thighs, and then we'll reach our hands forward and we'll still sway a little. Notice how some awareness, of course, for me, hips, but also on the back and on the lats, the side body. And then we'll extend our hands out as far as they can, and then our head goes down. Doesn't have to touch the floor. It might be resting kind of on your arms. Just try to let it hang. And then walk both of your hands over to the left. You might rest your head on your right bicep, upper arm. And then hand over hand, walking back to center and over to the left, over to the right, excuse me, and your head might lay on the left arm as the hands go right. And then slowly back to center and up, and we'll change the cross of the legs. And just pause here. Notice what you feel. And we'll do that whole thing again, starting with the other side. Inhale, arms up. We'll go down to the right in a side bend. So you might spin the thumb up. You're anchoring your left hip, your left knee, and reaching, really reaching through that left hand. You might even be able to feel your breath all the way into the side waist on the left. We'll slowly come up and pause for a couple breaths there, just feeling that left side. Blood flow, energy flow. And then arms reach up, inhale. Lean to the left, really reaching through the right arm, anchoring the right knee and hip. Right shoulder down, but you're reaching strongly. Breathe, maybe even into the right waist. And slowly come back up. Arms reach up, inhale. Twist to the right, sit up nice and tall on the inhale. Belly in, exhale. Inhale, center. Twist left. Lengthen, inhale. Belly in, exhale. Inhale, center. We'll come forward onto palms and sway a little side to side. And then walk the palms forward. Keep swaying. Notice what you notice. And then forehead toward the floor. Walk both hands to the right. Breathe into your left side waist. Walk over to the left. And breathe into the right side waist. And back to center and slowly up. And then let's shift on to hands and knees. And inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Stay for an inhaling cat. And exhale back to cow. Twice more. Nice deep breath in both postures. And then next time we're back to a flat back, let's shift onto our left hand, left knee, right arm up to the sky. Inhale here. Reach your right arm underneath your ribs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach under. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. Lift the arm. Lift that right leg. Take a deep breath in. And then reach your right arm alongside your ear. Point your right toes. Get long. And then as you reach, you're going to kind of bring your right fingertips to the top of the mat and the right foot to the top of the mat. Low lunge, come up. Place your right hand on your right thigh. Reach your left hand for the right side of the head. Tuck your tail and start to lean to the right. Now come back to center and interlace the fingers behind your head. Really tuck your tail under. Start to send your hips a little bit forward. Shoulders wiggle down. Head and the hands start to really look up. Heart goes forward and up. Belly goes in. Tail tucks under. Lean back into your hands. Keep the back of the neck long. Come back to center. Heels of the hands extend up, shoulders go down. Release your hands. Interlace your fingers behind your tail. Squeeze your shoulders together. And then we're going to start to bow forward. And some of us, those shoulders, this is enough by keeping your hands on the low back. Some of you might extend your arms out overhead. And then release, frame that front foot, straighten that front leg. You might inch your heel forward. And then think about a cow shape to your back here. And breathe into that hamstring calf. And then keeping the knee where it is, bend, or keeping the foot where it is, bend the front knee, send the hips forward. Left palm might be off to the left. Right hand might rest on that right knee. Breathe into the front of the left hip. And then back to hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay for an inhaling cat. And back to cow. Twice more. Inhale here. Exhale, cat. Inhale here. Exhale, cow. Last one. And then onto the right hand, right knee, left leg extends to the back of the mat. Left arm lifts up, inhale. Reach under your ribs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach under. Lift. Reach under. Lift the arm. Lift your leg. And extend the left fingertips over your head. Take a deep breath in. And then bringing the left fingertips toward the top of the mat, bring the left foot toward the top of the mat. Low lunge, come up. Left forearm on left thigh. Right hand reaches for the left side of the head. Lean left, tuck your tail. Come to center. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Tuck your tail. Send your hips forward. Your heart up. Lean back into your hands. Wiggle your shoulders down. Come back to center. Keep your hands interlaced. The heels of the hands go up to the sky. Shoulders go down. Deep breath in. And then release your hands and interlace them behind your back. Other thumb on top might feel odd. Hands can stay at the low back, or you can rinse your arms out overhead. We're going to bring our left shoulder toward the inside of our left knee and bow forward a little. Release your hands. Frame the front foot, wiggle the foot forward, flex that foot as you straighten the left leg and feel the hamstring and calf. Kind of a cow shape to the back where the heart moves forward and the tail moves back. Keep your foot where it is. Bend that front knee. Right hand can walk off to the right. Left hand might be on the left knee. Send the hips forward. Breathe into the front of that right hip. And my dears, come back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Engage the front of your thighs like you're going to lift your kneecaps up. We'll walk our feet to our hands. On the inhale, let's halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe grabbing big toes, feet might be at hip distance. Let your head hang in this forward fold. And then we'll slowly roll ourselves up to standing. And then face the center of the mat, the long edge of the mat. And we'll heel toe our feet quite wide. So it might be that your feet are under your ankles if your arms are out in a T shape. And then we'll turn our left toes to face the left and our right toes slightly that same direction. Bend the left knee. Warrior two. 5 breaths. And then grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and start to keep the knee bent, but start to lean back like an exalted warrior. Let your head rest on your right arm. And then release. Bring your left elbow to your knee and reach your right arm alongside your ear. Side angle. And then come all the way back up. Our feet are wide. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Right toes face out to the right. Left toes face slightly that same direction. Bend your right knee. Warrior two. And then grab the right wrist with your left hand and begin to lean back, even though the right knee is still bending. And then right elbow comes to the right thigh. Left arm reaches overhead, side angle. And come back slowly to center. Toes point straight forward or even a tiny bit pigeon-toed. Interlace the fingers behind your tail, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then fold forward. Arms might rinse off your back a little or a lot. Release your hands. Halfway lift. And then we're going to make ourselves back around to face the front of our mat for downward facing dog. And we'll bring our knees down. Tuck our toes under and kind of come to a cow shape. Walk your hands forward. Bend your elbows, come onto your forearms. And then really send your hips up in the air. And see if your chest can come to the floor or toward it. And then maybe your forehead comes down. Or maybe your chin comes to the floor and you look forward. Deep breaths here. To come out, we're going to push into our strong forearms, make our way forward, and then onto our bellies for Sphinx Pose. And here we'll bring our right ear to our right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, and we'll do that a couple times. And then we'll walk our knees and legs wide. Bring the soles of our feet together, lift our feet off the floor. And you might stay here, pushing into your forearms, drawing your heart forward, or you could lift your elbows up. See what feels useful. Today, it feels more useful for me to have my elbows down. So I'm going to stay there, pulling the heart forward. So this is both a chest opener, but also a low back strengthener. Five more breaths. And then we'll release, kind of shake our legs out a little bit here and wind up over on our backs. And so here we are on our backs. We'll do a few windshield wipers of our legs. Notice what you notice. And then you might have a pillow between your knees. Both legs are going to come over to the right in a twist. And then slowly back to center and both knees to the left. And both legs come back to center. We're going to do this sweet little thing. It's just jostling. So knees are bent, feet are flat. We're going to push into our feet. Our head might nod yes. You might feel, I love this for the sacrum personally, in my SI joints. Feels like a little release there where so much tension can be held. Also, if your head is kind of going along for the ride, just you might even ask yourself, because why not? What are you saying yes to? What is a full-bodied yes for you in your life right now? Remembering that no has its place. It really does. We're not trying to get rid of no, but really just ask, what are we really saying yes to? where it's unshakable. And you might go kind of faster, just not, crazy, but a little bit faster. And then pause, and do you feel tingling? Could that be the resonance of what you're saying yes to? And then Shavasana, corpse pose. And then we'll slowly come onto one side for a breath or two. And then slowly back up to a seat. As we come to our seat, we'll bring our hands to whatever shape feels useful to you at your heart, honoring this sweet body here in the practice of yoga. And gratitude for this warm sunbeam I was just lying in, gratitude for bright, clear skies, fresh, clear water for this earth, for the wind and the winds of change. In the spirit of peace, we say Shanti, Shalom, Salam, Amani, Maluhia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Pache, Paz. In the spirit of our collective truth and liberation, we say Ashe, Amin, Amen, blessed be. Kapu Aloha, in Lakach, Satnam, Namaste, Mitakuyasin, Black Lives Matter.